Hey Leo, I'm here to drop in with you all for your 2025 predictions read. And we're going to get started right out the gate. We're not going to waste any time. This is for any significant Leo placement. You got prominent placement in the fifth house, or if you are an Aquarius rising, that makes you a Leo descendant. First, we're going to look at what you hopefully left behind in the South Node with Libra for transformation, because we had a changing of the nodes of destiny. Came earlier than I was expecting, went down on the 11th of this month. Okay, so we are currently moving out of the cardinal energy and into mutability. It's that waterway, it's a new kind of flow. We got Pisces in the north node and we have Virgo in the south node. So we have to get tapped into a whole new frequency here. So we're going to look first at what you hopefully left behind in the South Node. And then we're going to check out what your overarching theme is for 2025. And then we'll see what is the North Node potential that you'll hopefully be activating this year. It's a potential, it's a possibility. You'll have to take the actions in order to make it come into being, but let's see what's going on here for you. Opening up, I felt really called to use the herbology astrology oracle with you all. So I do feel like there might be some kind of theme of this coming into 2025 for you. Maybe you're more interested in the stars. Maybe you're studying the constellations. Maybe you're going deeper into the study of astrology. You may find you're more drawn to spend time under the night sky. You may find that when you're under the stars, when you're moon bathing, that's when you really feel like you're able to tap into your true essence, get your downloads, when you feel really aligned, when the rest of the world is still. You may be finding that you're becoming more of a night owl. You're just having a lot funnel in for you at night, I got. And then you might also be drawn more to work with plant medicines this coming in. I think the plant allies are courting you. They're wanting you to work with them. So some of you might be taking more holistic approaches to health matters. Some of you are getting into holistic healthcare as a form of work. Or you may be getting involved in some kind of metaphysical type of work. And the plant allies and perhaps even astrology will factor strongly into the work that you're doing. And all of these messages coming in for you right out the gate. Right, so these two pieces coming in, basis of the matter, trust, Bhavasana, number 8. So I feel like what you left behind in the South Node is manifestation that maybe at one point you were really tending. You were sort of following its progress, really tracking it, maybe wondering, when is this alignment going to come through? When is this manifestation going to come in? I feel like I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I mean, I got the memo. I pulled it out of my Akashic records. I had the memory awaken within me. I know what I'm supposed to do. I've taken the efforts. I've gotten the counsel of my elders. I've gotten the messages coming in my dreams, real like strong Neptunian energy coming in here. Very Piscean energy signature. There's something very special here that you've been given. It's like a vision of your future and what you're meant to be doing. And you've taken steps in this direction. You feel like you followed the counsel, but you were not really seeing the alignment yet. It's currently being woven into being. I see like the Norns sitting on the roots of that world tree, and they're spinning the thread and they're measuring its length, and they're preparing to give you this particular thread to weave in whichever way you choose. And there is some joy that wants to come through here for you, but there's something about you let go of distrust, I feel. distrust that maybe this wasn't coming into alignment. It's like you made peace with the timing. You let go of the need to rush. That's what you left at the South Node. And now you're just sort of trusting the flow and the way things are rolling out for you. You're seeing the wisdom in it. You know that you have a mountain to climb before you get to that joy, but you're willing to do the work. A lot of the work you're doing is interrelated. You're really generating your light from within you now. And you're really aligning with your heart, and even more so, your true essence, the solar essence within you. It's interesting because I feel like through aligning with the lunar essence at night, you're able to be more empowered in your true solar essence, your sun, your ruling planet within you. It like awakens up the sun essence within you. That's what I got. Okay, so you finally let go. You let go so your vision can actually come into being. Maybe you realized you were holding on to a particular wish too strongly, a certain desired outcome, and you recognize, well, if this is ever going to come into being, it's sort of like if the vision is ever going to come to fruition and be fulfilled, I have to let it go for it to happen. So I see you did this. You entered trust. And now there is, with the number 8 coming in here, some kind of alignment coming in. Okay, this is beautiful energy. Let's see what's coming in here for your 2025 quest theme, Leo. What is the overarching energy for you this year? Comfrey, completion. Wow. There might have been something that really has been coming to a head for you around this during Capricorn season, something that you're in the process of completing right now. We see that sea goat energy up there. It may have taken a certain level of resilience on your part. You may have to approach it with a bit of stoicism. I do feel like it is a big change. It changes a lot of things for you. But with the clear quartz here, it also gives you great clarity to bring this through to completion. And it mends something. It mends something that at one time felt very tender, felt very bruised. And it brings some kind of victory on the other side after this cleansing, whatever you're bringing to completion here. Could have been something with a Capricorn, but I feel like this is something that has been needing to be mended for a long time. It's almost like the completion, bringing something to a closure, is part of the mending. Part of the mending, I feel, for 2 in this situation. 8:11 on the clock, okay? So already we have the number 8 coming in as a very strong, like, synchronicity number for you. It's a number that signifies when you're coming into proper alignment. I feel like you're just about ready for this, okay? This initial completion, I feel that really opens up a brand new road for you. So let's see what road it's opening up. We're going to do a cut of the deck to see your North Node potential that you will be activating this year after this completion. Yes. See, this is when you actually really start directing your energy toward that solar essence. There's something that you're being informed of here. It's like I was talking about retrieving something from the Akashic records. This is big, like hermit type energy. You know what I mean? It's like you're on the quest for certain knowledge, and the knowledge is something that's waking up within you through ancient memory. And it's going to be what lights your way ahead. There's something here that will make you like the impenetrable diamond. There's something you have a lot of clarity about. It's when you really connect with your solar essence. And I do feel like this is a lesson that Pluto has taught you well. There's something here about, again, connecting with the ancestors here, ancestral memory waking up within you too. It's sparking some kind of action. Whatever action you take in relation to this, it will create a lot of growth in your life. It's got that Empress energy to it. So this is something that is a brand new beginning for you. Promises a lot of abundance, but it's something more like waking up within you. And it's wisdom. Look at that. Rhodiola there, wisdom. It comes about through the ending of a cycle with 37 there, breaks down to 10. Brings about a brand new beginning. There's some kind of magic you're retrieving here. It's something that's coming through your roots, and it's activating wisdom in you. So there's something you're meant to do at this time. It's very much about aligning with your purpose, but it's coming through. It feels like your lineage, okay? And whatever this is, it's indestructible. Like nothing can interfere with this because it's something that's meant to come through you at this time. I do see you taking a really strong action with this. I feel like this really opens up for you in March, this potential. And if you activate it, it brings you some kind of growth, some kind of wisdom, some kind of harvest in October. That's when it's sort of like the magic really roots in your reality. You see the transformation. It might blow your mind a little bit because it was 11:16 on the clock. That gives me like the impression that the vision gets rooted in material reality, like as above, so below, comes into alignment, and the result might be a bit of a tower, like a bit of a tower of power. You know what I'm saying? It was 11 again on the clock, 11:37. So yeah, it's sort of going to be like a back to the future moment. You'll remember me saying this when it goes down. You'll be like, whoa, I never expected it to unfold like this. But it is really highlighting here that before you can activate this, before you can turn the wheel, before your chariot comes through and you can turn that wheel of fortune, there's a need for you to have completion with something here. Something that will only hinder this. It's not possible without completing this. So I do feel like whatever this completion is, you're actively involved in it right now. Okay. All right. Quite a way to start out. Excuse me. We've got a lot of heat going on in here because it is freezing outside. A lot of snow, so my throat's a little dry. Nothing a little black coffee can't help. Okay. We're going to check out your fate, your hand of fate. What are the challenges that you're going to deal with? What reversals might you face this year? To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Okay. What people may prove challenging for you? Bottom of the deck, we got 8 of Wands. All right. So I do feel like you got some challenging communication to contend with here. Perhaps with somebody who's got a little bit of vanity. You know, this person acts out of their ego quite a bit. They may be something you consider a friend, but you're also frustrated with this person too. That's what I got. I just heard this person challenges your sensibilities, okay? They frustrate you. I think you don't understand why they kind of act out in certain ways or why they take certain actions. It sort of annoys you. You may find that this person's too much in their ego. You may think they're a bit of a snob, or you may think that they do stuff out of their ego, and then it's sort of like, you know, catches them up, you know, and then they come back around to you, you know, to have you help them lick their wounds. I don't know, interesting energy there. I think there's some communication coming in from this person. I saw 14:14 on the clock. So yeah, that temperance energy. Okay, maybe they want to balance something out with you, but I do feel like they did something that wasn't such a good look. It might have changed your impression of this person. Okay, so you're not so sure how you feel about this communication. This coming in right off the bat. All right, let's check it out here. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, this person suffered some kind of loss. They feel they're not doing so well. And they know they messed up. They're not really feeling like they're in their power. They might be coming around you for a little boost of that ego. Maybe that's kind of a role you frequently play for this individual. I think they're telling you, like, I've turned over a new leaf. Like, I'm not who I used to be. I've had certain insights, and, you know, that part of me's dead. I don't know why I got that vibe, but it's almost like they're really like, it's a hard sell here, okay? This person is at a loss in some way. That's why they're coming to you. You know, they might be struggling financially, okay? They could also just be like, I feel like the ego is really bruised here, you know? This person's needing you to boost them up. I don't know why I got that. Like maybe you play the role of cheerleader to this person frequently, right? Let's see what this is. What challengers and potential reversals will Leo have to contend with in 2025, Spirit? So they can know the best way to handle these matters. What challengers and potential reversals will Leo face? Whoa, oh my gosh. Okay, half the deck. What we got here, we're going to look at all these as one big, like, resounding exclamation point to this message, because that's a lot. I mean, I see you're ready. I see you've been rehearsing. I see you know exactly what you would say if given a chance to fire off at this individual. It looks like you're sort of chomping at the bit for it, actually. This could be challenging for you to have conversations where you don't get too heated, where you don't use all that pent up fire you got to fire off some words that can't be taken back. We got the 9 of Wands here. 9 of Wands energy is always like ready for a fight, you know, ready for a challenge, ready for it to be difficult. So that's exactly what one finds in a situation. I also feel like whatever your position is in this situation, you're like, no, I mean, I feel the way I feel about it. You know, you're willing to fight for what you feel about it. You may have a strong sense of belief behind your particular position or your particular argument here. And I feel like you're loyal to whatever this cause is that you're not backing down from. That's what I hear here, okay? And you're going to do whatever your heart commands here. And you'll answer any questions somebody's got for you. 1733 on the clock. Again, that 8 energy, 33, you know, building block for the future is this communication. But there's something about mastering the art of communication where you don't let the pressurized fire come forward too much because it just scorches. It scorches, right? And yeah, things grow back even after scorching, but it takes a lot longer. Okay, it can slow something down. Interesting. Okay, so what is this? Because I mean, I see you're fired up. I'm really seeing this as your energy. So what's coming at you here? We got the 4 of Pentacles. Tempts thieves to steal. But comes off like they're, you know, comes off like they're familiar. With that, we got a King of Pentacles here, right? Somebody who may, you know, really be invested in the bottom line, somebody who really pays attention to more superficial things, somebody who cares about worldly advancement, somebody who's wanting to make some money, somebody who might have some kind of scheme too as a way to get that money that might not be so on the up and up, I have to say, okay? Yeah, they say they can turn any metal into gold, but is that really so? I mean, I do feel like this person has like a certain position, a certain title, certain level of respect. They got a lot of answers to whatever questions you got too. All right, that's what I feel. This could be something on the job as well. All right. Again, temperance. You're going to hear from this person. There's going to be a call here. This person wants to balance things out. Could be a Sagittarius. Okay, this energy kind of introduced itself on its own. So we got Sagittarius and we got Earth energy here on the board, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I mean, this person really is going to like stir things up. Like they're going to make some noise about their position. But they're going to make some noise in such a way where they're hoping to warm you up as well. You know what I mean? They want to warm you up emotionally because they feel like you've gone a little bit cold here. Yeah, you've gone cold. You're like, I put that in the urn and it's done, man. I do feel like you really karmically balanced something out here with that crow medicine there, warding over that ending. There was just something here that's like, nah, you know, there's a line, and that just went a little over the line for me, you know. I do have my limits. I do have my limits, you know. And there's something here that I do feel like you're really, you're sticking your guns in regard to this, because with this hangman energy here, it's one of those things where you're like, I know who I used to be, and I know some things that I used to put up with for you, but a lot has changed here. And I've cut away that old identity. Like, that's not part of who I am anymore. I had a lot of time where I got to hang out for a while and really look at myself and look at my life. And I've decided I want to make different choices here. And I get it that you're down on your luck, bro, but I don't really want to trade places with you. And I know if I give you a leg up, that's what's going to happen here. It's like one of those things, Leo, where it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You know what I mean? You know what's up here. You know what's up here. And yeah, I do feel like there's a connection here. I mean, we do have some heavy hitter energy here. We got lovers, okay? So this is somebody you're quite familiar with. Quite familiar with. And there is a lot of love here. Like, there is a deep connection here, but at the same time, you know that everything that you're trying to grow could totally be spoiled by this character here. The loss could be pretty huge. But, you know, they're really going to come forward and they're going to lay it on thick with the heart space, man. They are, because they know how to get to your heart. And there is something here. It's an invitation. I hear it's something you may have even waited a while for. So it might sort of like weaken your defenses a little bit. Something to be mindful of. All right, because this is, we're looking at the challengers and what could create reversals for you. So characters on the board here, we got Sagittarius energy, Gemini energy. We got the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Strong Pisces with the hangman here for the water signs, okay? Interesting energy. Let's do a cut of the deck on that. All right. It's up to you, man. It's up to you. We get dealt our hand. It's up to us how we play it. We got Queen of Wands. There you are. See, there's something here. There's something here where you may be tempted to form an alliance with this character, 2311 on the clock, even though you know it could invite in potential instability. I feel like you could be a little too quick to sort of like let down your guard and spill your secrets. This could even be secrets in regard to a certain industry you're breaking into. I would just be aware of this, okay? I would, you know, I would. I think that you have something here that you've been working on for a while. And there's progress assured for you, but you got everything you need to get through the more lean times with this, whatever this is, the more challenging times. You don't really need this person to come in and assist you. I mean, you know, they're going to make it out like they got your back, but they sure have a lot of questions about whatever this is you're doing here. And the energy could hold you up. And it could prevent the growth you're wanting to see here. And we got Queen of Cups there. And there's that energy. There's that energy again, you know, the kind of prideful energy that you got to be aware of here. They're laying it on real thick. Like, they're saying they'll like fulfill any request that you have of them. They'll make it happen, whatever you need. I got you, okay? Yeah, you just got to really tune into your intuition on this one. It is coming up as an area of reversal, though, that could really create blockage on your path. Okay, so just be on the lookout for this. You'll know because your hackles are already going to be up with this advance. This is somebody you've already had challenges with. So it shouldn't be a big mystery. Somebody you already dealt with before. Okay, let's see what your fortune is. What luck and allies are on your side in 2025? Oh, I like this. You got some rectification happening here, some alignment happening here with the Four of Wands. You got that finish line in view for you. Yes, you do. It was 25:33 on the clock. Lucky number 7. 33 is a synchronicity number for you. That's come through a couple times now. All right. I do feel like where you've had challenges with people too, you'll find a way to sort of extricate yourself from anything that's messy and just kind of like reestablish some peace in your life. So that looks really good. All right, let's check this out. What luck and allies are on Leo's side in 2025, Spirit? What luck and allies are on Leo's side in 2025, Spirit? What luck and allies are on Leo's side in 2025? Six of Pentacles. I like this. I mean, there's definitely like, there's more of a reciprocal flow for you in 2025. And I do feel like where you were feeling like really like heated up about something, I see that cooling down. You may even be working it out with that individual, especially if it was an intimate relationship. You may get things back on the same page. If it's a relationship, I feel this had something to do with one of you really wanted a commitment and the other wanted to play it more fast and loose. You might be able to find the way through. I do feel like somebody did something in this connection where, you know, they have some guilt about it. They know that what they did back there wasn't quite right. And they do want to bring that old cycle to a close. So I feel like there is an opportunity here for a reciprocal, you know, flow to get things back on a good foot, but it's going to be your call. Okay. So let's see what's coming in here for luck and allies for Leo in 2025. Lucky allies for Leo in 2025. I just got if you were planning on getting married and it got called off, it might be back on. Okay, it's just coming through. Let's see what this is. Lucky allies for Leo in 2025, Spirit. Lucky allies. I mean, we got Wheel of Fortune coming out here. So Metatron on the scene, transforming some energy. There we go. There's your energy. We have the King of Wands right there. Okay. So yeah, somebody's really determined. They could be a Sagittarius. They're coming out with Temperance again here. Okay. Where there was like some real low vibe energy operating in a situation, I do feel like there's a transformation happening here. And there's the ability to have advancement and progress. So you're definitely finding your way to that higher round of the Wheel of Fortune there, which is good. Really good. All right. Yes, yes, yes. What do we got here? 8 of Swords. It's what's crossing. All right. So this isn't here yet. All right. You can be sure that what needs to be righted will be righted here. Trust will come to the forefront. Like you were wise to like let go of your feelings of distrust. 29:11 on the clock, 11:11 energy right there. Because since you were finally able to just go, okay, I'm letting go of this, I'm turning it over, you're allowing like spirit to come on through. And there will be balance in this situation. Whoever that egocentric person was that you were dealing with, they're going to have to take a real look at things, you know, and I feel like it's through your eyes, like kind of them getting a view through your vantage point here. Whatever view they get, it brings about an alignment, and it was 29:44 on the clock. So again, 11:44. There's a lot of building blocks for the future coming in here. You've had 11, 44, 33 come through. And you do have protection here from those who would try to like sideswipe this, from those who would try to interfere in what's coming into alignment for you here. It's some turn of fortune. It's some turn of fortune here that you are due and you were held back in the past. But it may have something to do with the connection. You could be dealing with fire sign energy too, Sagittarius in particular, coming out really strongly here. Sag has been all over this read, but it could also just speak of that ninth house of Sagittarius, that feeling of optimism that's going to come in for you, more opportunity to like get out and about, more opportunity to travel, more opportunities to expand your mind, expand your circle, make new connections, have new experiences. Like, you're not going to be staying tight in the bud in 2025. I see you more like really coming into bloom. It's like that sun of your inner cosmology, you know, your ruling planet is not going to be under cloud cover. It's like the clouds clear and now you're like, ta-da! It's got those kind of energy. Like, I'm here, you know, I'm here. This is me. This is what I'm here to do. I'm throwing my hat in the ring. It's good energy, but I do feel like there's somebody here that's like wanting to heal with you. Yeah, and you have some questions for them. They have some questions for you. I mean, it does work both ways. I really see it here, but it's up to you. There's an opportunity to advance. There's an opportunity to progress. I mean, the energy around it does feel positive. Somebody's been a bit humbled in this situation. Let me do a cut of the deck. And we got the Magician here. Yeah. So there's the discovery of some kind of hidden secrets here that's going to illuminate things for you. And I think when these secrets are uncovered, it's sort of like, I feel like somebody is willing to play to your tune. That's the vibe it gives me here with the Page of Pentacles, okay? They're willing to follow your lead. They're willing to follow your lead because they do see things a little differently now after what went down back there. Magician is Gemini energy. You've had Gemini come out pretty strongly too. You could have a strong Gemini placement in your chart. So I feel like you're gonna take the right action here because you've already kind of got some information. That's what I feel. I feel like before this person approaches you, okay, you are already going to have access to some inside information that sort of like gives you a little bit of a checkpoint. It's like an ace up your sleeve. So you can kind of compare what this person's telling you with what you already know, 3311 on the clock. Yeah. And I think what you're going to find is that, you know, this person's willing to play to your tune. They're willing to follow your lead because what's going to come through here is that they're going to tell you exactly what you've already discovered on your own, only they're not aware of that. So what they say checks out. And I do see like a reconciliation here, right? A reconciliation. Looks good. I mean, this is somebody who can be an ally for you. I do feel like you'll be happy about this. It's a turn of fortune for you. All right. That looks good. Looks good, Leo. All right. So let's check it out and see what is the hand that you're going to play in 2025. We're pulling out the Arcane BS deck for this. We're going to look at your strengths, your empowerments, your level ups in 2025. We're going to look at your magics, the advantages that you gain. I noticed that sex witch and octopus flashed at me as I said magic. So some of you cut off a real draining energy. You may have been dealing with a particular chaos magician who is draining the energy in your sacral chakra, and you efficiently exorcise that from your energy fields. You're finding your strength is coming back as a result of that. All right. We're also going to look at the magics that you will be wielding and the magics you'll be claiming, in some cases recovering, okay? And we're going to look at the advantages that you are going to have in 2025. We're going to do this very simply. We're going to do 3 cuts of the deck and look at each pile. So I'll let you watch me do that right here, Leo. Okay, so this first cut is for your advantages in 2025. This middle cut is for your magics. And of course, the first cut is for strengths, empowerment, level up. Let's look at that first, okay? So yes. All right. So look at this effing hourglass, Leo. Time is ticking on this closure that you need to bring about in order to step into everything that's been outlined for you in your Akashic records. The next chapter is meant to unfold here. And time is ticking. Those sands are about to run out. It's a bit like Dorothy staring at that hourglass as time is ticking down. But you can pull it off here, I have to say. But this is really about that big release, that letting go, allowing something to come to a place of closure. And really what you're releasing here is you're releasing a shadow. It's something that's held sort of a dark cloud over your natural essence, that true solar essence that you carry, where you really get to be at the center of things. And holding on to this was only sinking you like quicksand. So when we're in quicksand, if we want to survive, in order not to go completely under, we have to stay very still. We have to relax. We have to give over, right? So let this be transformed with the moth medicine. You'll get a lot of strength coming through that. In fact, I hear you can turn back time if you let this go, if you fully release it. You can turn back time. You can recover lost time. You may be surprised. You may be surprised the way time bends for you when you let this go. This was robbing you of your time. Okay, what do we got on the top of the deck here? Yeah, I mean, this is what your strength comes from. This is what your empowerment comes from with the toilet angel. I'm telling you, it's about going out of that place of division where you're like, should I follow my head or should I follow my heart? And then you just end up divided. It's like, no, there's a way for head and heart to merge. And that's the third road that opens up there, that puts you into your wisdom, that puts you into alignment with your inner vision. But it requires transformation. Some stuff you just gotta let go. It may have given you a piece of the pie there, Leo, but it's not everything that you're meant to rise up into. So remember who you are, straighten that crown. There's a new manifestation that wants to come in for you. Now, it may feel a little chaotic at first. I get that, okay, with that KO symbol there, but you really have to understand that it's just this potent point of creativity for you. So it's not going to be fixed. It's not. And with that North Node energy being in that position of mutability, yeah, it's going to be a new kind of flow to adjust to. But I feel like when you give this the finger and you give it a flush, you're going to find that you get wings. It's going to be a lot easier for you to rise into your potential. And yeah, so what? You may need to shed some tears, but tears are sacred. And I hear that when your tears flow, there's this real sort of strength that comes through. It's like spirit listens when your tears flow. You get instant response when your tears flow. So there's something about, go ahead, cleanse it out, but flush it, man. Flush it. Because there's something here that it's like, a turd is a turd. You can't polish a turd. It is what it is. And there's something here that needs to be released. I do feel that. And it could even be like something that's been like a sticking point within you that's kept you from activating your full potential here. And it could have been something that you were told. It could have been, you know, a false projection that you took on, but whatever this is, it's time to flush it. It's time to let it go. That's your big level up. That's your source of empowerment here, you know. Time to cut certain cords so you can really step into your strength, step into your power. Because I feel like whatever this is, this connection doesn't let you be in your strength. It's like you have to be compromised in order to maintain this connection to whatever this is. It can be a connection to a particular relationship. It can be a connection to a role that you play that you've totally outgrown. It can be a connection to a belief you have that's hindering you, okay? But your strength comes in cutting it off. All right, let's check out your magics. What do we got here? Ooh, I like that. So you're working some road opener magic here. And look, there's your number 333 coming on through. I feel like there's a certain resilience, a certain relentlessness awakening in you. It's really going to power you forward here. It's going to open your road. So I see road opening magic really working for you. You might be working a little bit of a road opener at the start of the year. I see that working out well. And it's interesting because I also feel like you got this certain magic of glamour working for you too. It's like you're learning how to sort of like role play different aspects of yourself, maybe aspects of yourself that you used to kind of cast aside or you used to keep them hidden. You're recognizing there's ways you can let these different parts of yourself come forward to play and that they actually do have something to contribute, a value to your life and what you're creating moving forward here, right? So it's sort of like, I feel like you're almost like introducing people, maybe even people who have known you for a really long time, to different aspects of yourself that you've kind of kept hidden, that you've kept secret here. And you're not seeing it as something that needs to be held in anymore. And you're also not overly identifying with any of it either. And that's a great freedom for you. It's like really understanding this is just all creative energy and I can work with this and I can play with this. This is actually part of like your purpose and what you're aligning with here. It's like you're meant to play many different roles and there's many different aspects of who you are that are wanting expression in this next year. And it's absolutely on purpose. Like it's part of what you're here to do or whatever this is that you're developing. But I think for the people around you, it's like, to them, it feels like the great reveal. It feels like a magic trick because they're like, whoa, who is this? But you're feeling very much empowered within yourself where you're like, I don't have to hide all these different parts of me anymore. I can play with these parts of me. I can let them come out. And where you have had certain aspects of yourself that were hidden, things that were more, you know, sort of secretive that you weren't ready to expose, maybe because it felt too vulnerable in the past, I feel like you're sort of role playing them out first, like trying them on for size, seeing how it feels to embody that energy. You might even be doing it creatively as a way to sort of like dip your toes in. But I feel whatever this is, you're starting to realize that, oh, I don't have to stay stuck like in a certain sort of role or identity. It can constantly shift. And that doesn't make it any less authentic because I'm all of these things. I like it. I like it. Okay. Let's see your advantages. Well, your advantages are in your new perspective with everything's fine here. I feel like you've been working a lot with acceptance, just sort of accepting the way things are and finding a lot of freedom from what used to feel very disruptive in your life. You're finding it easier to stay present. You're finding it easier to let go. You're not tapping into all the fear and the propaganda, everything that's programmed into the matrix here. You're just really trying to stay present in your life and move more spontaneously with what's coming towards you. And I feel like this is allowing you to move through some challenging terrain in a way that has you sort of unaffected by all of this. It's not that you are disconnected from it or that you're whitewashing it in any way. It's just that you understand that nothing transformational can occur from a place of fear. And you recognize that the only time you really enter anxiety spaces or fearful spaces is when you are not present, when you're either looking back at the past or when you're experiencing anxiety about what may or may not happen. And you're just learning that it's easier to just kind of like let things go in the moment and be really present. Some of you may be working with meditation. You may be experiencing like those towers of power that rise from the root up. You know what I'm saying? You're clearing the inner chakra channels. This is also helping a lot of old illusion fall away. So if you feel drawn to enter that meditative space, I do feel like it would be a real solid practice for you this year. Okay, let's see what we got on the top here. Yeah, this is the birth of creativity for you with the saxophone fetus. It's going to be a brand new sound ringing through your life in 2025. This is just the beginning here, okay? So I do feel like there's a creative vision coming in for you. I do feel like you're getting the call. I do feel like you're answering the call. And there's a lot that's going to be fresh and new and improvisational. I'm hearing like you're not feeling like you need to be so fixed. You're willing to sort of improvise, play things a little more fast and loose. And I feel like that's to your advantage in 2025. All right, let's check out the basics, man. We're going to look at health, wealth, love, and get you some spiritual guidance. And for this, I felt called to use a little different of a deck for you. I felt called to my fairy tarot there. It's actually the Paulina tarot, but it's got such a fairy vibe. The artist created it based on their life in New Orleans. So a New Orleans connection may be coming through for some of you. I got some synchronicity around that coming in. I got a little sentience firing off there. Ooh, well, we do have 9 of Pentacles opening up here for your health. So I would say your health is in a really good place in 2025, just to open up here. That's an excellent energy. It has everything to do with you investing time in yourself, carving out more time for yourself to do things that you enjoy doing, spending more time kind of tending to your own garden instead of kind of directing your energy toward other people. Also taking care of your body, maybe getting outdoors, moving your body. Some of you are really into hiking. I'm seeing like biking. I'm seeing like a lot of outdoor kind of activities, rock climbing, things of this nature, okay? I'm just feeling like you're enjoying like getting outdoors, getting the body moving when you can, and that's very beneficial for your health this year. I do feel like where you're wanting certain goals to manifest in terms of your health, like you are really working on transforming your body, transforming your health right now. I do feel like you'll be very successful with that in 2025, whatever you're doing here. It's working. Whatever ideas we have around that, follow them, okay? You seem like you're in sync right now. Yeah, it will work for you with the 8 of Pentacles, okay? It will absolutely work for you. Some of you may be experiencing a positive change in your health because you're coming into a new line of work that's more in harmony with you. It's a line of work you enjoy more. You were working at a place that was really stressing you out. You got a new line of work coming in that really lowers your stress levels. I think this will be very beneficial for you. Okay, show me what is coming in for Leo in their health. All right, what have we got here? Yep, look at this. Positive change in your health with the caduceus energy down here. I do feel like there's healing happening here where you've had challenges. With that wheel of fortune energy, I would say this is about movement for you. Like movement is really your key. And I'm getting outdoors movement is very beneficial for you, can really help you. And I'm also picking up that piece about maybe taking up some kind of like yoga practice. I'm getting specifically like Kundalini yoga, working with Kundalini Kriyas, things of this nature could be very good for you too. But especially anytime, like you can take it outside into the elements, there's something about that that's really restorative for you. Major change in your health, major transformation in your health. I think your mobility is really increasing. Like if you used to have like issues with any kind of like stiffness in your body or you felt compromised in your range of motion, I feel like that's really opening up. I don't know why, but I got this like imagery of just like the body like really opening up. It used to feel really tight and bound. I don't know. Maybe you were focusing like a lot more on strength in the past, like doing a lot of like strength training, weightlifting, you know, training for a specific sport I got too. And now you're starting to realize that you want to balance that out more with more sort of unwinding. I'm getting yoga very strongly, but also I could see like somatic exercise. I could see like pulling out the yoga mat, you know, and getting a gua sha, you know, have some balm nearby, and as you're sort of stretching out, noticing tight areas, like taking a little time to like gua sha it out, like really drop in sessions with the body is sort of what I'm seeing here. Could be very beneficial for you. Like movement in the lymph too, really getting your lymph moving, that coming in. Salt scrubs coming in there too. Yeah, look at that. Salt scrubs could be really beneficial for you with the star. But like have you feeling brand new. It's also so like cleansing. And then I feel like where you have had like a little bit of a firewall around your heart, it will allow that energy to kind of like cool, and that heart space can open up. So consider that too for your health, just to get the lymphatic system flowing with some salt scrubs, some gua sha. There's a lot coming in for you around movement. It's very interesting. Okay, let me do a cut of the deck here and see what we got. We got the devil. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of the fast life, you know, maybe some late nights, maybe hanging out at the cabaret shows, you know, going out, throwing back a few, having some fun, you know. Yeah, playing a bit. Yeah, you know, you got to balance it out with some play. It's all about the balance, all right? That's what I really feel is needed here for 2025, Leo. It's like, yeah, go out and indulge, have a little fun, have a good time, but know when it's becoming excessive and then it's actually something that isn't beneficial, right? So this is really learning how to bring that in balance. You got to like a lot of balancing energy coming out for you in terms of your health. I mean, Sagittarius's temperance has been a theme throughout this. We also see that same balance reflected in the stars. We've got Aquarian energy coming through here, Capricorn energy coming through here. And I think of that Capricorn energy, I think of their ruling planet Saturn's been Pisces. So again, it's like that cardinal energy in the mutability, like trying to find a new kind of flow where it's like there's even a structure in the flow, even though it's mutable. You know what I mean? There's a need to maintain balance, though, between work and play in order for your health to really thrive. But I see very positive changes in your health this year. So this is excellent. All right, let's check out the wealth. What's going on with the finances for Leo and in their career in 2025 Spirit? What is the wealth sector looking like for Leo in 2025 Spirit? What's coming in financially for Leo in terms of their health? Well, your health is your wealth, okay? Maybe that is a line of work you're getting into, okay? For that to slip in there again, you might be getting some kind of life that came up initially for you. You might be doing something in the holistic field. There's many different ways to view health work too. I mean, you could be doing something in the metaphysical field, helping people with their spiritual health, right? That is coming through for some of you. What's your wealth looking like? The finances here. You're going to be working. I see that with the Eight of Pentacles. And whatever you're doing, you enjoy it. You're invested in this. So this is good. Work's looking good for you. Right out the gate. And already with that health piece that came in, with the Nine of Pentacles, I think financially you're doing well. I think that your wealth is in a good place because you're getting rid of something that was causing you a lot of stress, probably on the job. You just realized something wasn't for you anymore, or wasn't the right direction. And you I like this Six of Swords because she's not carrying the swords forward with her. She's totally brush the swords aside. I'm done with that. We're clearing the decks of that. We're not moving forward with that. So this is positive. You're leaving a situation that was not paying you what you really deserve, especially for what you had to deal with, I gather. But you're also, unloading a lot of stress with this change. So there's some kind of change happening in your work here, and it's going to really alleviate your stress. So I do feel like the health and the wealth piece is tied in. Your health might have really been impacted by some type of, work situation you had going on that was just really stressing you out. So I see you eliminating this source of stress, heading in a new direction, and you're able to put that behind you. So this looks really good. Show me more about this, please. Okay, something landed right on top of that Six of Swords there, and what you're leaving behind. Let's check it out. Ooh, yeah, you got a brand new opportunity coming in here with the Ace of Cups. All right, summer timing cards. So I feel like this may really come in the summertime. This may be when you get maybe an invitation to jump in on a project, or a particular opportunity comes your way that will make you really happy doing some kind of work that you'd feel very fulfilled in. I think you're walking away from one opportunity that's presented that isn't it, right? Because we got the Six of Swords. So I do feel like before this one comes in, there's another opportunity that comes your way that ain't quite it. It's like you're holding out for that thing that's really going to be yes, I'm all in on this, all right? So I feel like there's sort of a false opportunity coming in a little bit earlier that you're nope, not good enough. You're really wanting to put disappointment behind you in the career sector this year. So let me see, what is this Ace of Cups about? What is this Ace of Cups about in terms of wealth, finances, career for Leo Spirit? Ooh, okay. I like this. I like this. Yeah, Seven of Wands in reverse. You were dealing with a really sort of combative situation in terms of your work. Maybe you felt like there were too many arguments at work, too many people not on the same page. You were in a position where everybody came to you for the answers. You had to fix everything. It was too stressful. Some of you may have been in managerial positions or corporate positions where you were a head of the department or something like that. This was really burning you out. I think you pulled away from it to get a little perspective. Do I really want to continue to do this? So I see what will happen in that situation where you had a job where you have a lot of responsibility and it's been really frying you out. You might be taking a little time off to sort of really feel out, what should I do? What should my next move be? I do feel like your employer is going to try to sweeten the pot to get you to stay, but I think you're going to be no, it's just not good enough. There's a different opportunity. It's going to come your way. I feel like it really comes in the summertime, though. And again, you know, it may be like some metaphysical line of work you're getting into with the high priestess here. Or maybe something that, you know, you feel more like soul aligned with, right? You know, it's just something like, yeah, this feels right. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, not this other stuff. It's almost like whatever you've been doing hasn't really been letting you use your full potential. And I feel like whatever this other aspect of yourself that wants to come forward, right? Because we got all these different parts of you that want expression. This is a part of you you can't like suppress any longer. It needs to have more of a role in your life in 2025. That's what I feel. Okay. Let going to turn out for Leo in terms of wealth, finances. I mean, there's a little bit of a waiting game here, all right, for some of you. Pisces energy came out a couple times now, okay? So there might be a little bit of a karmic holdup here. I do feel like there's something that needs to be cleared out, but on the other side of that, you got victory with the Six of Wands. Yeah, there's some big success here. But I feel like the opportunity for that's not coming in until summer. There's something, and you're sort of like shaken out here in the opener of the year in relation to that. But I think you'll be very happy with your finances. Also, just what direction your career heads in, your advancement looks really good this year. Okay. Something coming in here, though. Listen to your intuition, you know, because your intuition is really trying to guide you in the right direction right now in terms of your career. And if you feel like you should explore something, you definitely should. It will pay off for you. Okay. What's coming up in love for Leo in 2025, Spirit? What is coming up in love and romance for Leo in 2025, Spirit? What is coming up in love and romance for Leo in 2025? Ooh, we got some kind of kismet connection here. We got a message coming in, a little magic brewing here, an opportunity perhaps for an escapade. I just heard Janet Jackson's Escapade. Check that song out. That might have something to say about your love life in 2025. Okay, so yes, this person awakens something special within you, you know. I think this feels like sort of a magical connection, you know. It feels like a soul connection. There's just soul recognition with this person, whoever they are. Let's see how this plays out. I'll like shuffling a few more times. It's interesting. I mean, there's a moving forward here with the Chariot. It may be a little chaotic, okay? I think there's parts of you that have a hard time fully giving yourself over to this relationship. I think your head sort of tells you don't get carried away, but your passions are like revved up and ready to go. That's what I got, okay? You could be a Cancer, Leo, Cusper. I do think it feels like a little scary to move forward with this connection, right? So far, we got Gemini and Cancer energy coming out here. All right, what's coming in for Leo? What is coming in for Leo in love? In 2000, well, I mean, I think whoever this is, they're going to get through your defenses. Yeah, and they're not going to give up. Look, we got the 9 of Wands in reverse. Now, see, you had the 9 of Wands come up before around your challengers. So, see, I think this is that challenging person coming back around that we opened up with. They're going to find their way through your defenses. I do see you letting down your defenses for this person. They're going to find their way through. It is like some kind of wish fulfillment here with the 9 of Cups. At the bare minimum, it's going to be gratifying, okay? It will be gratifying. I feel like sensually it'll be very gratifying. Oh, yeah, you've been waiting for that ship to come in for a while with the 3 of Wands. Right. I think you'll be satisfied about this. I think for you it'll feel like a wish fulfillment, what's transpiring in love here. You're definitely letting down your guard. You're letting this person in. I do feel like it's this character that you've been dealing with some challenges with. Okay. Let me see what else comes in here. Any more details about the love life for Leo in 2025? For those of you who are in committed relationships where you've been like, kind of shut down from connecting with each other intimately because maybe you've both been stubborn, like you had some kind of disagreement or something, and you've both been sort of in your corners, like fuming about it. I feel like you're going to get your way. Somebody's seeing your perspective. You're going to get your way. And I think you're going to make up and you're going to be very happy. You're going to be fulfilled there. For some of you, that may have been the issue, just bringing it in. Okay. This is an adult channel. It's not for people under 18. Some of you may not have been feeling like you were getting your needs met in the bedroom. Oh, well, they're going to make sure they rectify that with the magician there, okay? So, yeah, this is a fresh start. And with the magician coming up in love, this is a revival in love, okay? So, a lot of you are reconnecting with somebody. You're reconnecting with somebody, and if they're not an ex, there's somebody you were crushing on before that you never had a chance with. The magician in terms of love is always like something, coming back around, something springing back to life. It usually is pretty unexpected. In the cases of relationships, it can often be like a relationship that it feels like, oh man, like that thing just went cold, like there's nothing left there, and it sort of like comes back from the dead. And it brings a lot of renewal. Like it's a very positive energy here. I do feel it's wish fulfillment. And in some cases, y'all were manifesting each other. You were calling each other in. Okay. But I do feel like defenses are coming down here. All right. Looks good. Looks good. Kind of the deck energy. Yeah. Here it comes with the Knight of Cups. Somebody is making their advance here. And see, I do feel like there's been arguments in this situation. This may be a connection where there's been a lot of competition. There could have been, other people involved. For some of you, this was just a situation where somebody wasn't ready to commit. They had other, people they were involved with, and everybody was vying to be, the one they chose. And this could have created some problems. In some cases, this is a polyamorous dynamic gone wrong, and just couldn't make this gel, and something's being resolved here. I do feel like there was some blockage caused as a result of this. I do want to clarify on this 5 of Wands here, because I really want to know. I almost feel like when this person advances, this may also help you identify them. When this person advances, it has the tendency to create some conflict in your life. Like it can stir stuff up. And I got a yes with that, with the Hierophant coming through. Like, yes, it might cause conflict within a community or a social circle. Okay, so this can give you some clues. We do have Gemini energy and Taurus energy out here in relation to this. Also, the Hermit, Virgo energy. Okay, so you may have like broken away from this situation because of that in the past. Let me see if it's still an issue. Okay, is there still conflict in this situation when this advance comes? Is there still this sort of like drama or arguments involved in this situation when it comes around again? Is there still this meddling energy? Meddling doesn't have to be with other lovers. It could also be like nosy family members or just people butting their nose where it doesn't belong. I do feel like whereas you normally would have some kind of like suspicion about this advance, this invitation to kind of like reconnect, I do feel like there's something that's been transformed here where it feels like it's your star coming through. Like there's something that gives you a sense of hope around this. All right, give me more details about this. What's going on with this Five of Wands? Is this rectified here for Leo? Or what does Leo need to know about the Five of Wands in association with this? I mean, it looks like it's sort of saying that was the basis of the matter for a particular tower that occurred in this situation. And maybe there was a Queen of Cups that was problematic that just got tossed to the side, okay? Water sign energy, or it could have been one of their exes that got tossed aside who was problematic. You see, this is like, I feel like this is in process right now. This person is sort of like slowly moving out of, you know, holding on to something that they know they need to release. Like they need to let a particular tower fall. They need to let, you know, sort of like the deception really be confronted in a situation. What was false really be confronted. A betrayal really be confronted. And once they do that, then they will finally relinquish this and let it go. And I see what happens is they then come forward like the King of Pentacles. So they mean business this time. They mean business this time. You could be dealing with an earth sign energy. Taurus really strong. We also have Virgo really strong in this section here. They could have one of those placements very strongly aspected in their chart. I think either way, like it brings you happiness here, Leo. It brings you joy, right? The sun. I think you feel like this feels harmonious to you. It's not here on the scene yet, though. And I do feel like whatever this trauma is, you'll be free of it once this person moves through the tower. They haven't moved through it yet. Okay. Could be connected to an Aries or Scorpio. All right. Scorpio energy, pretty strong there. All right. Let's check it out. Now we're going to see what spiritual guidance needs to come through for Leo for 2025. What spiritual guidance needs to come through for Leo in 2025? What spiritual guidance needs to come through for Leo in 2025? All right. I mean, it does look like this is something that's going to need to be confronted. This is something that still hasn't been resolved yet. That's what I gather. There's a certain tower that hasn't fallen here yet. All right, Spirit's saying that needs to be tended to. It's something that involves a group of people. It's something that's been argumentative, something that's been a source of conflict. Maybe kind of like, you know, a little tit for tat energy. Let's see what this is. What does Leo need to know, Spirit? What spiritual guidance do you have for Leo in 2025? What guidance do you have for Leo in 2025, Spirit? Okay. All right. I don't know why. I always feel like they're like exclamation points when they fly out like that. I mean, the wheels got to turn. I see that. Okay. So what's going on here? Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. So yeah, I think there's something here where you had to free yourself. You got to free yourself from sort of staying stuck to a particular post here, or maybe looking at a situation in a certain way. It may even be something in relation to what you feel your options are. Okay, with the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups upright. I feel like you have more options than you realize here. And there might be something about that, like sort of holding, offers, opportunities a little at bay at first, not being so quick to just grab an opportunity because it's presented, but really like asking yourself, but do I really want this? And there's something about that where you're not just like jumping at things in 2025 anymore. You're going, let me think about this. Is this really aligned with me? Is this what I really want? Does this feel right with me? It's almost like you're biding your time a little bit in 2025, so you can really sink into what you're feeling about situations, rather than sort of feeling like, well, I got to take this opportunity now, because if I don't take it, then I may miss out. I feel like you're ditching the FOMO here, and instead you're really considering what feels right, because is it really missing out on an opportunity if it passes you by when you take a little time to really consider if it's right for you? I don't think so. Something is really aligned with us. It's aligned with us. That's not going to shift. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you're allowing yourself to really explore your options. And whereas before, maybe that used to put you in a place more kind of like up in your head or feeling confused, I think it's sort of being spun in your consciousness now, where you realize, like, look, the fact that I have lots of options actually means that I'm in quite an empowered position, and I can really sink in and feel out what's best for me here. And if something falls away in that time, then I know, well, that wasn't it, you know? And I don't feel like it's coming from a place like you're trying to put people on hold or anything. It's just that you're having to get right with you and what feels right to you. And it was 1:16:11 on the clock there. So yeah, I do feel like this is giving other people a bit of a tower, because they're used to you just sort of being like so in, like, sure, I'll do that, or I want that opportunity. Like they're used to you just sort of like doing things on the fly, but you're more considered in your approach here. I like it. Anything else that wants to come in here for Leo in 2025? Anything else that wants to come in here for Leo in 2025? Yeah, I see. And you may have to really like define that time. Yes, okay. Yes, with the higher font here. And I do feel that you are going to really find your community. You're going to find the people that you're meant to align with. You're going to find the people you're meant to sort of like lay down roots with, and who will be part of the work that you're doing moving into the future, the people you're partnering with, the co-collaborators and other characters that are going to be on your path with you. But you do need to sort of like create a little space or distance between you and certain people that you've recognized are just distractions, right? They're always pulling on your time or your energy, but in a way that doesn't really make you feel empowered. It like puts you more in a stress space or in your head. So I see you really like putting down some boundaries around some people, creating some space for yourself, and really considering who you want to draw in here. What kind of community are you wanting to grow? And I do feel like there's new characters coming onto your path that you'll very much feel in alignment with. We got Taurus energy coming through here. Yeah, and I think this is what's kind of interesting about it, is that some people may accuse you of being selfish because you're not like giving as much as you used to with the 9 of Cups in reverse. They say that, you're being unfair, you're treating them unfair, but I feel like there were a lot of demands that were put on you. People were just kind of taking and taking. It's like, yeah, but I need a give and take here. We saw there was a lot of themes coming in around balance with temperance and that imagery of the star, and just that Aquarian art of balance too, which is a whole new kind of balance, right? It's like, yeah, I want to come together with community. I want to create. I want to play. I want to do these things. That's great. But I also need to be able to sort of like ground myself, root myself, and really consider what's worthy of my time and energy and what's going to distract me from where I'm going. Not every opportunity is meant to be taken. And I think it's going to trip some people out a little bit. I think you're turning down opportunities where you found that you gave a lot more than you got in return, right? And you're really redressing this state of balance in your life. Let me do a cut of the deck here. Spirit, anything else you want to tell Leo before we close out here? Look at that, stars. So I do feel like this shift is coming in. You are going to find the balance and your sun will shine again. You're really going to come into your essence. And there is a very special message of love that comes in for you. It's a game changer, okay? It's sort of like that wish you made upon a star is being fulfilled, but it's sort of like when you've kind of like let it go. You've given up on it here. And there's your chariot. You're moving forward here. It's very beautiful energy, Leo. All right. So Leo risings, your Aquarius descendants, like this may be coming through quite strongly for you, right? But beautiful energy. You could be dealing with a Leo rising as well, I have to say. Or an Aquarius in relation to this. Cancerian energy too, whatever it is. It's something that will have roots and it brings a whole new community of people around you. And I think you're going to like the circle that gathers here. Pretty good. Doing pretty well. I think that's a nice view for the year ahead. Just let this particular tower fall, you know. Continue to just work on that releasing like you've been doing. It looks like you're doing pretty damn good here, Leo. Proud of you.